Hello everybody and welcome to another stream. My name is ProfNoki and you're here for Noki Plays. Today is my second of many in this new series that I like to call Minecraft Mondays. So I hope you'll stick around and enjoy as I create some very unique and interesting creations. Alrighty here. So last time I started off by finding this really cool looking rock feature, I guess I would call it. And it was a natural landmass, just kind of hanging out. So I went ahead and up top I leveled it off, and I created this little paradise of sorts. What am I saying? And I had just kind of made this little cabin. I guess I wouldn't call it a cabin. It's kind of like a cottage, more or less. It's not made out of wood. Made some waterfalls, these couple of ponds. I put up a beehive. Actually, no, the beehive was naturally here, I think. And I just planted the sunflowers around. I'd have to double check. Either way, my plan is, for up here, I'm going to, put some animals, maybe some bunnies. There was a bunny up here. If you guys watched my last stream, there was a bunny trapped up here. And I didn't want him to get hurt while I was trying to create all of this stuff. So I helped him get down. But I'm actually going to put some up here to just kind of roam. So let me do that really quickly since I'm pretty much done with the top here. Let's see, Mike, you're suggesting that maybe you and I could do some Pokemon build battles, like design our own gyms. You mean in Sword and Shield? Create our own gym our own teams that are themed around our own gyms, I guess. Is that, if I'm explaining that correctly? Is that what you're meaning? I think if that's what you're meaning, then I think that'd be pretty darn cool, actually. Let me get rid of this here quickly. Rabbits. They can swim, right? I think that's good. Little rabbit oasis up here. Alright, and then get back my mossy stone. No, I mean like create a gym and build one in Minecraft. Ah, and in Pokemon, that would be sick. I wasn't even thinking about Minecraft here. That'd be pretty cool. There's a lot of different things that we could plan out and build for Minecraft, honestly. I mean, obviously, it's endless. But, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. If we did it in Pokemon, too, if we created, like, actual teams based around, you know, pretend gyms or pretend gym leaders. Also, this is another feature that I built last time, which was this, I'm just gonna turn these off, actually. Ah, good call, Mike. I'll definitely put some fish in the water. That's awesome. I wasn't even thinking about that. I built an under tree, I would call it. Let's see. I always forget where these are at. Let's see here. What do I want? I kind of like the idea of having just some regular, like, fish in there, not tropical fish, because that really wouldn't make sense. So what I want to do here, let's just put some happens. But yeah, as I was saying, I built this this path that goes underneath the tree here, which I think I might put something over, at least some of, so it actually looks a little bit more discreet. But it goes down into the internal workings of this monolith of sorts. And I do have some pretty awesome plans for what the interior of all this is going to look like. Oh wait, I can't put fish until I put grates up. Didn't even think about that. Oh wait, grates stop the water? Ooh. Ooh. How do I solve this problem then, huh? Because the fish are just going to fall right out. Well, swim right out, it looks like. What a ride. Is there anything that you can put in there that stops it but doesn't stop the water? I don't think there is. I mean, my only real solution, I guess, would be... Well, I don't even know. There really isn't a solution. I guess there really can't be water, or I guess there couldn't really be fish in these. It's alright, I guess. Alright, Mike, enjoy your meal. I will look forward to your return. I should be streaming for probably like an hour or two today. Really depends on how my day plays out. But probably an hour. Well, definitely an hour. Possibly an hour, or possibly more. Minecraft can take a while too to really establish. Got a really awesome idea. This could actually work in my favor here. I want this to be a big... Well, you'll see. Alright. This. Also, I mean, for those of you who didn't watch the last time I did this, this monolith also, I'll just start calling it a monolith because that's what it really reminds me of. This monolith also has a really cool underground cave/mine system already naturally established. So that's going to be wicked awesome also. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to frame this. Because my back has been so bad lately. Excuse me for the interruption. Okay, what I like here is that it already looks like there's a peak, and then it could be possibly another peak. Kind of naturally right here, built into this. So. I think that looks about right. Let's try it out here and just see what I can... Oop. Everywhere but where I wanted to build it. That's hilarious. That happens sometimes. I feel like the sensitivity on my controller needs to be changed too. I was kind of messing around with it last time, but it's just been bugging me. Maybe one more up. And then I can kind of just use the dirt here. Make it easier on myself. Now, let's do some quick synchronizing. Everything in my mind has to be symmetrical. I get really bothered when things are not symmetrical. So we've got 6 here. And this would come down. I guess I can kind of do 2 to help visualize this. Is this what I'm thinking I'm gonna go with? That should be And then there should be 2 spaces till the middle. And then 6 after that. 2, 4, 5. There's one more that needs to be added. Which is fine. I mean, there's plenty of area to work with here. So it's not like that's really going to be a problem. Down there. That didn't quite end up where I was wanting it to. Oh, it's because I went up too high. Gotcha. Well, that's alright. And I just destroyed that grass in the back too that I want to fix here quickly. You'll find that I'm pretty particular at times about making sure everything looks the way it's supposed to. I mean, if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. That's what I always say. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. If you do something and you're not giving it everything you can and doing it the right way, you are simply wasting your time. Alright, that didn't end up the way I wanted it to either. Well, no, I didn't go up high enough. Okay, what's going on here? Maybe what I'm finding is that it's because doing it 3 over... Oh no, that should not affect it. You wouldn't think. I mean, I'll go one more up. And then come back down. Maybe my math on the bottom, maybe I just missed something here. Usually don't have an issue with lining stuff up. I don't understand why I am right now. Oh, you know what? Because I counted 6 and I forgot the end cap piece. Which over here there was 6 and then the end cap piece. So that makes sense now. I was just confusing myself. Okay. Okay then. So actually I'm going to kind of keep that because that's cool. I like the way that looks. And this is all going to be cut out. Oops, cut out here. And it doesn't go too far before it hits the ground, which is cool. I like that. I really am interested also. I said it in the last stream and I kind of posted it in the description, comments and everything that I've been posting about this video. I really am interested that if anybody ever wanted to kind of join in and create and build in, you know, this world that I'm making here, I definitely would be open for anybody to do so. My plan, what I'd really like to do, what I kind of started doing on my Xbox version of this game. I'm so used to talking about Pokemon that every time I talk about video games, I say these games. What I'd like to do in this game is to kind of create, like I was doing in the Xbox version, which was a bunch of different monuments and cool structures and even cities that I might build up at times, and then connect them with tracks, rail tracks, so that we can get back and forth quickly between them. And even if we could transition it into, you know, using it for survival and all other sorts of stuff like that, that'd be really cool. It'd be cool to see over a period of time what we could build this up to become, you know. what this whole world could be built up to become. It could be a lot of really fun things. Anybody who knows how to build traps and work with crafting and all that cool stuff also, that'd be really cool to have as part of this. I'm not really too familiar with that aspect of Minecraft. However, I really respect it. I think it's really cool, the people that can build really cool mechanisms and everything like that. But I'm going to trim off this last little layer here. But yeah, that'd be really cool, and see where we can go with this whole world. My tagline for Noki Plays has become, let's play together, and I'd really like that to become part of my streams, part of a lot of my streams. Not all of them, because I do a lot of things with my family, and there are a few things that I would also like to do by myself. But I would like it to become almost like a bulk of my overall streams and such, to actually be a cooperative effort where I play with other people too. Because I think that's really fun. That's kind of the whole purpose of gaming, has become really about community, you know, and playing together and having a good time together and having fun. But yeah, so let me know in the comment section. Hit me up on my social accounts. You know, get me your friend code, and we will definitely make it happen to be able to play together. I think that'd be great. So I've kind of got that chipped away a little bit. I'm going to be doing, obviously, a lot more work to it. Boop, 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 boop. As I'm just destroying, barreling through. I do feel like my controller sensitivity is part of the blame here. I do obviously plan to burrow this out quite considerably, but this kind of gives me a start to the framing. I like to kind of do the outside framing of all of my structures. Not always. Sometimes I start from the inside out. But in this case, for what I kind of have envisioning, what I've been kind of envisioning overall for it, I'm thinking that I would like to do the outside framing first, so I get a bit of a better picture of what I'm working with on the inside. So I just kind of wanted to chip that away, so I leave that. There's going to be a couple of peaks here. They'll come down. Like so. Let's make sure that we're being respectful to each other. Also, like with, this is how I'm just going to keep talking at times, too. Until I figure out my flow for streaming better. But anyway, when these things pop into my brain. Like with Mike, like with the example of Mike suggesting the fish, if while you're watching you guys have any suggestions at all that you would like to share with me, please don't hesitate to do so. I'm always open to new suggestions and feedback, and, you know, even things that I don't know, you know, I'm not an expert on any game, really. I'm just somebody who loves to play games and learn about games and teach and educate about games. But yeah, if there's anything that you can teach me that will help improve my experience even, definitely feel free to do it. Don't hesitate. In Minecraft, I just really love to create and build things. I think it's so cool that you have this whole open sandbox world that you can just, you know, basically do whatever you really want to. And obviously, there's a few limitations with working with square blocks, but trivial, really. I want to build this out some more, so it's a little bit more of a reveal than just being a linear path, you know. I want to build this up too. Kind of sticks out, jetsons out of there. Same thing here. I want to give the impression that not only was this built into this structure, but it's also been left here, you know, for a long time, essentially. So that life has grown around it. A Dragon Blaster. They're playing Hot Wheels Mind Racers right now. If you guys have never checked out Osmo, the Osmo learning utilities before, you definitely should, because there's some awesome resources for learning.
It's the Dragon Blaster.
Right now it's Addison's elective time, so I pick at random usually from a number of different learning activities and tools we have. What's up? Is this the Dragon Blaster? Can I show them?
Yep.
This is the Dragon Blaster.
He's getting to it, the Dragon Pass with a flying ice.
He's getting through the Dragon Pass with the flying ice?
Yep.
Is that what you just said?
I like to call the Dragon Blaster a flying ace.
Oh, he's copying his brother, who likes to call the Dragon Blaster a flying ace. Gotcha. But yeah, most days Addison has an elective time for his homeschooling in the afternoon after lunch, and he gets to, like I said, do a number of different activities, from puzzles to workbooks to, well, I have a whole list of things, but either way, today's was one of his favorite, which is Osmo, and I let him do his own. He gets to pick his own today, his own game for Osmo, and he picked Hot Wheels Mind Racers, which is this really cool racing game that allows you to use Hot Wheel cars, and you race on this track that goes actually like underneath the tablet, which is really cool, and you use all these little tokens to increase your power and everything like that, but there's a lot of math that's involved in how to do it, and strategy of timing, and you race against another car, and it's a really cool game. Our family has a lot of fun playing it together also. Aubrey and Addison love to sit and duke each other out. Kind of make that look a little bit more dynamic. Got one up here too. I think I'm gonna leave that one off. I think that looks pretty good. And what I want to do underneath, also with a lot of my builds, I do like to take the time, not to make it look realistic per se, but to make it look a little bit more practical, or I mean realistic is really the term. It looks strange to me if I were to create a build and I didn't put support underneath this area. You know, like that just wouldn't look right. So, and I'm going to be putting a balcony off of here. So I've got to remember that. Don't want to completely chip away all the way across. Otherwise, then I won't have support for the balcony. And that'll be fine right there. And that. Get rid of this dirt. The dirt, too, throws me off. Dirt's not really a supportive structure when it's up on the side of a hill like this. The side of a cliff, essentially. Get rid of all this here, at least scale it, at least trim it down a bit. kind of would like to do here is add a bit of depth to the support. It is going to be a rather large deck, I feel like, coming off of there. Let's see. Otherwise, I do like where that's headed. Do want to do this quickly here, though. Again, just adding the depth that should be here essentially already. If this were a real structure, that is. Should work out well there. I do feel like I want to get rid of that thing right there, though. I kind of want this to be where the stairs are. I like that there's like an entrance already right here, and it's kind of this little cove. So I think that's what I'm gonna do now, is design the stairs. And I think I'm gonna make it a double wide staircase and entrance. And obviously I already planned to kind of hollow a lot of this out anyway. I should get up a torch. Just para hora. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is have it come down to about right here, and then come down this way. Although that is the back. And there isn't really a good place over to go that way. Maybe I will bring it around down this way. So I wonder, besides what's in a wonder ball, doesn't really matter if I had that one out there that kind of broke. It'll be so interior. But it won't really be much of a notice. Just kind of wanted to build up a couple of layers here at the same time. With staircases like this, I like to make them grand. So it's going to be a pretty large staircase to get up here. Probably even make another entrance kind of at the base, maybe like a secret entrance into the lower levels. It'd be nice if the main entrance was to the upper level, but then I had, you know, like I said, like a secret entrance somewhere. I know that there's already, for those of you who didn't watch my first stream, I'll quickly show you. There's actually already a secret entrance right here. Underneath the second, you know, the waterfall from that pool. This is how you get into the cave system that it's going to be down here. It already does tie in. I'm not going to spend too much time down here, but it already does tie in with the other side of it, which I have not even explored, so I don't even know how deep that is, but I'm sure it goes down pretty far, and it looks like it's pretty extensive, which I'm really excited about. It's going to be fun to play around with. The potential of what can be down there. Hey Mike, welcome back to the stream. How was your food? What did you have to eat? Also, I might as well just continue this around. Although I guess that wouldn't really make too much sense. I might as well just bring that straight out like this. And have that be the end of that. And then I actually have a plan for this side too. In fact, it looks like it's going to be part of the same room. This is going to be a pretty awesome room when it's done, I feel like. Maybe put some mobs in cages so the bottom is like a dungeon, and we had a slew, we had some stew, sorry, a slew. What's a slew? We had a stew with beef. Haha, that sounded so Irish. Hey, you know what? My wife makes a really mean Reuben soup. And actually we had some just this past week, and I was thinking of you, Mike. Like, oh, you know what? I bet you he probably would love this. I think I wanted it to turn right there, actually, so. Yeah, you guys should be sitting down if you're playing the game. Okay, I mean, this area right here, I feel like it's just gonna look awkward otherwise. But yeah, also, as far as the mob goes, and the dungeon aspect, one of these times I'll have to show you one of my other creations that I have. I have this giant underground biome, I guess, I've been creating, where like you go down and there's like this big hydroponics farm set up, and you know, you can grow anything and everything in there indoors. There's proper lighting and underground water and everything's all set up. But then you go underneath that and there's actually a farm. Oh no, sorry, I have it wrong. You go underneath that and there's a forest with 2 ponds set up with a bunch of fish. And then underneath that is a farm, and you go through the farm and there's kind of a little bit of a zoo exhibit where there's even a walk-through aquarium. And after you get through that area, you go down this like big spiral staircase around this huge, enclosure, I guess you would call it. And every single level of that spiral staircase, there are cages set up where you walk in through iron doors that have traps to open them. And when you go in, there are cages with all the different creatures, all the different mobs set up in cages. So I'll have to show you that sometime because I'm actually pretty proud of it. Took me a long time for that build, but it's one of my more fun ones to play around in. And I haven't even actually finished it, so maybe that would be something I could kind of sprinkle in as part of my Minecraft Mondays. So I need one more, it looks like, one more row here. Could you give me a tour so far? I really like the sound of your underground biome. Yeah, I can definitely give you a tour of this one. The underground biome is not in this world, but in another that I have, I think, on this account. If not, then it's... I'm pretty sure it is on this account. Which, maybe I can just hop into that world before the stream's over today and just show you guys. Because it is pretty cool. But yeah, I'll give you a tour of this one so far. So, I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the stream or not. I started off with the top here. Kind of leveled everything off. I built this little sunflower garden. We've got some bees hanging out. I built those couple of ponds up top. This cabin, which essentially is barren right now. There's not really much to it. Just kind of built it as a little bit of like a peaceful place to come up. I got a little balcony off to the side here. You know, so you can look out over the big valley. I built the waterfalls coming down. There is a secret entrance to the cave system underneath this waterfall that leads in underneath. As far as the inside of this goes, there isn't too much that's been flushed out yet. I do have this secret pathway that leads down in underneath the tree from the top. I'm going to do more with that, obviously, once we get there. But so far, it's just kind of a narrow, you know, causeway here, essentially. I do also have this little walkout platform, natural platform that I've kind of just built up. It's kind of like a rose garden in a sense. Maybe I should put a beehive over here, too. That'd be cool. Actually, don't know where... There it is. You okay? Alright, now that should work. There should be bees. Do you have to spawn bees? Yeah, you do. Oops. Thank you, Mike. I definitely appreciate that. It's only a couple of hours worth of work so far, so it's not like it's too crazy or anything, but I have a big vision overall for where I'd like to see it go, and I think it'll be pretty cool. Let's see, let me put like 4 of these guys around here. Oh, little baby bee. That's so cute. Alright, cool. You guys should be all set up then. Let me go back to my stairwell here. Also, I have these 2 big frames. They're going to be, you know, big windows that I have planned with a door in the middle and then a big balcony that's going to be overhanging this side of the valley as well. But I'll be getting to that as soon as I can, essentially. do want to put... One of my favorite builds that I can't seem to find because I don't remember which account I started it on. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some more looking. One of my favorite ones, though, is a Greek city that I've been working on, where I've been taking this entire mountain face and transitioning it into a multi-story Greek-themed city that's made out of, you know, marble and stuff like that. All these different kinds of marble and gold. And that's been one of my favorite ones so far that I've worked on, just because I've always loved Greek history, Greek mythology, and I loved working on it. And I had never finished it, so I actually really want to find it so I can go back and keep working on it, honestly. Gotta keep building this in here. Oh. I can just smush the flowers. Guess I didn't really realize that before. I thought I had to break them. Only got about 13 more minutes before it's going to be reading class. I guess I didn't even need to do that right there because I'm going to end up putting stairs, but whatever. I like that they allowed you to do that now. Put them upside down. And before all the updates and stuff, you couldn't do that. But at the same time, I end up putting them upstairs a lot. Or upside down, I mean a lot. Let's see, what are you saying here, Mike? Well, you can set the world to a certain mode that lets people interact with doors and crafting tables, but they can't break or place blocks. Maybe use that if you want to let your kids check it out. Also, I do classical studies, and I love Greek and Roman mythology and lifestyle. It is so interesting. Yes. Honestly, when I was in school, that was one of my all-time favorite subjects, was learning about world history in general. I mean, just all history in general. I'm a total history nerd. But Greek and Roman culture, history, mythology, and even their even like the, you know, Troy and stuff like that. I loved that story. Even when they actually found the city of Troy, it was so cool because, you know, I'd always loved the story, and then they actually found the city. And in college, I went to be actually an anthropologist. Because, you know, I wanted to be a Tomb Raider, of course. I wanted to go out and find the greatest and coolest finds and participate in digs and all that stuff. But then I, you know, unfortunately learned that that's not really the reality of people who go into those positions. It's more like you work in a dingy basement of a museum. But either way, that's detracting from the point. In college, I had studied so many classes of Greek culture and studies, language, you know, religion, all that stuff. It was so cool to dive into the world of everything that was Greek. And so, yeah. And I love the style of building. I love the fact that everything looked grand and artistic. And I mean, a lot of old buildings in general, even American old buildings, just were built with a lot more class and art and everything. And, you know, now today everything's just built so standard. And I don't know. That's my rant for today, I guess. I'm going to kind of build a little bit of a reverse pyramid structure for support into this cliff, just because it feels like it needed it. I'm not going to do it the whole way down. I think I am going to stop right there so that it keeps looking natural also. But there we go. I kind of like that. Also, by the way, I guess I detracted from the first thing you said too. I did not know that you could set it so that people couldn't destroy things. So that's cool. Usually my kids are pretty good about not destroying stuff. I do turn off like fire spreading and TNT exploding so that they aren't tempted. I mean, usually too, if they do end up breaking something, they're also very good about fixing it themselves. Since they all, you know, love playing Minecraft also, so. But yeah. Either way, it's cool for like putting online or having people online play with me, or you know, like do survival or I guess no, survival probably wouldn't work. But either way, to have people check things out online and then guarantee that they're not going to destroy it either. I actually don't think I want it four wide. Looks awkward here. I think instead what I'm gonna do is. Here. Yeah, I find it interesting how when the Romans were defeated, history and architecture and all that just took a step back, which gave us the disease-ridden Middle Ages. It's true. Very, very true. You know, when big... And I think it just has a lot to do with the fact that, you know, big societies and cultures are kind of what drives human innovation in a lot of ways. You know, when you have a large collective of people all working towards the same goal and desire, a lot can get done. For better or worse sometimes. All right, put everything away, please. For better or worse sometimes. But when that society then collapses, thus too goes a lot of that innovation and drive and you know, even central planning in some ways. So there is a lot to be learned from that culture and that time period, that's for sure. You know, and I do feel like, I say it all the time, I feel like America does not learn from the mistakes of other great empires, unfortunately. This country has, not even from our own, break away from the empire that we broke away from. We don't even learn from that one. But yeah. I'm kind of a political junkie also, so I could get into some crazy political conversations, but I probably should save that for my Full-Minded Fools channel. Which, as a shameless plug, if you guys have not checked out yet, my wife and I's other YouTube channel, Full-Minded Fools, where we have so many different, so much of a variety of content, everything from conversations, which we'll be posting here soon, to music that I cover, music that we do together here soon, but music that's up there right now is music that I've covered myself or written myself, or even my friend Cody, who also does the channel with us, music that he writes. We'll also be having a few other things on there, like I'm going to start posting our homeschooling progress and our homeschooling schedule and curriculum and all that kind of stuff. Just a whole variety of our life in general that we kind of wanted to put out there for other people to be inspired by if they want to go down a similar path as us, or, you know, even just to gain entertainment from our crazy antics. But if you don't already, then you should head over to Full-Minded Fools after this stream and... Why did I do this? And check that out as well. And on that channel is where you can probably get a little bit more of an idea of what my political ideology is kind of centered around. The name of the channel is Full-Minded Fools. I do have a tag for it at the end of every single one of my videos. If you actually stay to the very bitter end of my videos where it pops up the end screen for YouTube, there is a little tag on there that you can click that'll lead you to my other channel. Otherwise, if you just type in Full-Minded Fools on YouTube, it can bring you to there as well. But I really probably should start leaving links in my actual ProfNoki videos. That would probably be a good idea, actually. Alrighty here. So, I think we got a good start over there. I do want to throw up here. Wall. We don't want anybody falling off, right? Why are you whispering that to him? That sounds like something you don't want me to know. Tricky, tricky. Dad knows best. I should say I know better. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want that to be a bit more of a grander entrance than that. For now, you can just set it down where you found where it was plugged in at. I'm sure Mom will want to use it later. It's time for reading. Not quite sold on this entrance yet. I don't know. I'll come back to it. Like I said, I kind of like to do the outside of everything first anyway. I think right here what I want to do is have that go right from where that one leaves off. And I wasn't quite anticipating. Let's do another window here. Put some lanterns on the entrance at the side of the top of the stairs, you say. What were you talking about? Wait, what am I doing? I was right there. Up here, you mean? Lanterns. Where are you at, lantern? I almost feel like would I be able to do that? Oh wait, that's right, I already had one. Would that look okay? Or does that look weird? Maybe if there's another one?
Dad,
What?
did you get my video?
It already is. Everything's already set and ready for you to go. I don't know if I like that. Maybe I shouldn't put the little pedestal area.
Cute.
I'm cute?
Yep.
You're cute too.
I'm a kitty.
You're a kitty?
It's a snow.
Maybe just here. Thank you. What is it?
It's a dragon blaster.
Oh, it's your dragon blaster. Cool.
I eat a dragon blaster. My dragon
I'm gonna go back to this here, and I'll return to that. I need some time to ponder anyway on that. Okay, let's see here.
I can go into a village.
I'm not gonna go in any villages right now.
Not
I would love to go explore villages. Why don't you go to the bathroom first, and then you can come sit with me. You're dancing around like you have to go potty. I wonder if that's even gonna work. I'm sure it will.
Nothing quit.
Just better go back into it.
Well, it just said Puffin browser quit.
So go back into it. I don't understand.
I did.
Okay, so why are you still complaining about it then? Probably a better angle to do this at, but whatever. Actually. That's all oblong. How did that happen? Two, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. Oh, I see. It just looks oblong because it doesn't end right there. That one still juts out. Like so. But that makes it look a little bit better. I want that.
What? I'm coming.
Just keep trying to reload it.
I'm coming.
Freaking out at it isn't gonna make it reload.
Now come on.
You need to get your shirt first.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Aww.
Go get it.
I know.
And I'm just a big bully sometimes, aren't I? Making people wear their shirts and be patient. It's like, geez, what kind of dad am I? Go get your shirt on if you want to sit on my lap. I'm not gonna let you on stream half naked.
Huh? It is not. It's a wolf shirt. It's a wolf shirt.
I do want the decks on my best game to be done for the expansion. Can't wait for some new shiny ones. Yeah, honestly, I'm really excited. Oop. Ooh, controller fell. It's hilarious.
Hey, Dad.
Everybody's going on a whirlwind right now. Hopefully you don't have seasickness. Okay. You wanna say hello?
Hello. Welcome to a stream. Oh.
It's Mike.
Yeah.
You say hi, Mike?
Hi, Mike.
There's a couple of other people here too, like Happy Cookie Poop.
Happy cookie poop.
That's pretty funny, isn't it? The tree are watching.
About happy.
Not really sure what that means.
Hab-
Um.
About.
But yeah, Mike, I feel you on the Dex thing, on the whole Dex
About-
situation.
Happy cookie party.
Happy situation. You just got me to say happy by accident. I have like hundreds and hundreds of Pokemon sitting in my Pokemon bank too that I just cannot wait to actually see in Sword and Shield. It's gonna be awesome. I tried collecting and finishing my Pokédex for Omega Ruby. I'm sorry, Alpha Sapphire. I didn't have Omega Ruby. I was gonna say Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but I don't have both. Anyway, I tried to finish my Pokédex for Oras and failed miserably because I just couldn't find everything I needed, and even finding people to trade was kind of difficult. But Pokemon Sword and Shield makes everything a heck of a lot easier when it comes to finding and trading and everything else. So I'll be excited that I can actually probably complete my Pokédex. Don't do that.
I did.
Happy Cookie Poop. First of all, how are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Secondly, are you a Minecrafter yourself? Pokemon player? What's your game of Vice? I don't think I'm gonna... I should probably put some dirt up just to make it...
Happy cookie party.
like, make sense. Except for not grass dirt. I want dirt.
Happy cookie
Dirt,
party.
dirt. Because there isn't any other kind of dirt.
Don't say.
Is that how everybody thinks around the world that Americans talk?
Hey.
Do we all talk like this?
Happy cookie
I
party.
do know people that talk like that.
It's happy cookie party.
Happy cookie party.
It is happy
Maybe
cookie
I won't
party.
do it entirely like that, because I don't really like that either.
This
What if I do this?
seal.
Does that look too weird? Guess it doesn't look as weird as it did before. Well, I guess I could always do this. Just, oops. I knew I was going to do that by accident. Careful with your feet there, buddy. You don't want to knock the cord. I guess I'll just do this.
Don't.
It's at least
It's a happy.
somewhat artistic.
It's a happy poopy poop.
Oh, not. You know, now he's gonna be saying this all day long. So thanks very much, Happy Cookie Poop.
It's happy. It's happy.
I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like this like random stone jetting out there.
It's
That doesn't look too bad.
happy cookie party. Happy cookie party.
Happy Cookie Party?
Yep.
Pretty sure that's not what they had in mind.
Thank you for that.
But who knows? Maybe you know more than I do.
Bye.
Thank you for the Happy Cookie Party.
Yep.
Oops,
Bye.
I didn't know that was the...
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Mike.
We're not leaving. We're not done.
We're not leaving.
No, the stream's not over. And Mike's not leaving quite yet, I don't think.
I want to play upstairs.
Okay.
I'll go.
You gonna go have fun?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Dad.
Bye, buddy. Have fun. I'll see you in a little bit. When you get bored and come back downstairs to see what I'm doing.
Have fun.
You too, buddy. Thank you. Oh, I'll make sure. Does anybody want a cookie now? No? Oh, just me? That's hilarious. I could go for a cookie. But our family's doing no junk January right now. After the holidays, we decided that, you know, maybe we needed to lay off the sweets for a little while, so we're not doing any junk food this entire month.
Hey.
Not like we eat a tremendous amount anyway, but we do enjoy, you know, a cookie from time to time, or maybe some ice cream from time to time. And during the holidays, we just got overloaded on sweets, as I'm sure pretty much everybody else did too. Actually, I don't know if I want to do that.
Dad, it's
So it was like,
happy
let's take a
cookie
break
party.
from sweets for a
It's
while.
happy cookie party.
It is? You're back already, huh?
Hi,
Hi.
how's it going?
It's going quite well. How's it going with you?
Good.
Fantastic. Glad to hear that.
I get the suicide.
Decidui.
Yep,
Oh, he's one of my favorites.
it's my favorite Pokemon.
He is your favorite Pokemon?
Yep.
Whoa. Nintendo Switch is their sugar. Tell them I'm the same. What? Nintendo Switch is their sugar. Tell them I'm the same. Yeah, I mean, the Switch definitely,
I get to
the Switch is definitely something that we end up having to take a break from time to time as well. I mean, not so much myself, because honestly, I don't really get the opportunity to play Switch unless I'm doing it for stream anymore. But I kind of secretly started doing streams just so I had the opportunity to play Switch more often, because as a gaming channel, I feel like it's important that I actually play the games that I'm talking about and doing theories about, and when I make...
Zacian and Zamazenta.
Okay, that's what's in there, Zacian and Zamazenta. And when I'm doing my regular videos, it just takes up so much of my time that I don't have time on top of it to be playing games too. So I utilize this time to be also like my gaming time. But the kids definitely have had their times where they've had to take some breaks from the Switch. Keep paying attention. You know, when their attitudes and behaviors needed a little bit of a rest from the extra screen time. We actually are very different from a lot of American families. We don't allow free access to screens. I mean, I think a lot of people might find that surprising, considering, you know, I run a YouTube channel and I'm a gamer and everything else, but our kids don't actually have free access to their electronics. They cannot play them whenever they want to. They don't get to watch TV regularly at all. We actually have a specific movie night where our kids get to watch one movie, sometimes two if it's a short movie. But that's, you know, Friday nights is our movie night. I make homemade pizza, and we all sit down and watch movies together. Otherwise, we have a gaming day, which is, I think you guys know, is Sunday. Sunday's our game day, which is actually even more so why I switched my random stream to Sunday, because we're already doing a bunch of gaming. What's up, buddy?
I'm happy.
For dinner tonight? I actually don't remember what we're having for dinner. It's up on the menu right now.
Pizza?
What was it? No, pizza's Friday, buddy. You know that.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, but not tonight. Tonight's not Friday. Tonight is Monday. And I think, what were we having? This is gonna bother me now.
I know.
I was just thinking about, oh, we're having sloppy joes and fries. My parents got us one of those fangle dangle air fryers. It's so nice. It really is. Not having to use it, like perfectly fries things by baking them, essentially. I mean, it doesn't use any oil or anything like that. It's just like really hot air, but it makes everything turn out perfect. Get it? Because you're doing No Junk January, so the Switch is their sugar. Yes, I got it. As I was like working through it in my head, I was like, oh yeah, of course, duh, that's what he meant. But yeah, I get you.
Dad, it's my favorite food.
It is.
Yep.
And to finish out what I was saying before, Elias came up and interrupted me also. As far as like television shows and stuff like that go, every once in a while, not every night, but every once in a while, maybe a couple of times a week, we allow them to watch, you know, like an episode or two in a certain series on Netflix or Disney Plus or PBS Kids, something like that. Oh, you're giving me loving. Oh, you're so nice.
I'm a snowman.
You're a snowman? Yep. From the way it sounded, you sounded like a robot. And I think I actually... Well, I guess it makes sense to have this. I don't know why that keeps turning black. I don't know if that's just like the silhouetting that's kind of messing up or something like that. There's not a lot of natural light inside of here or something. I don't know. A scary snowman.
Yep.
I remember there was a movie about a scary snowman, but I don't think I've watched that since I was a kid, and I don't remember much about it. Okay, so got the start to that side. I want this to kind of be a natural side. With this, oh, Phoebe, hi. Are you a robot or are you snowman still?
A snowman.
Cause snowmen don't make that noise. Oh, he's so sweet. Bye-bye, snowman. Like you're saying, you get those ideas in your family, you can play, but screen time is given by the chores we do. If we do 2 hours of chores, we get 2 hours of games. I normally do loads of extra chores, so I basically can play. That's an interesting way to do it also. See you later. Our kids also do have chores. Oh, you're saying hello? Hi. Welcome back, snowman. Our kids do have chores also. That they're required to do around the house. Addison's #1 chore at this time is dishwashing. She loves so much. Addison. Addison. Don't do that. And you know, feeding the dog and doing the laundry and folding and putting away laundry, all that good stuff. My yours is up here. My take on it is, if you are skilled enough to play video games, you're skilled enough to operate a broom, do some dishes, put some laundry away. Video games can be pretty complicated for a brain to sit and figure out and master, and if you're willing to put the time and devotion into that, then you can definitely help out around the house. Hi. You're gonna have to be patient, okay? I will definitely be playing with you as soon as my stream is over, but I cannot play with you right now, right? But you know that. This is your independent time, buddy.
Dad?
Yeah.
This part, the cone on my pencil, this is really, really smooth.
Okay. Please get your homework done. Also, something I want to outline in my Full-Minded Fools channel, however, I'll probably outline here on this channel as well, is that we actually do a monthly gym challenge here in the house, where I actually have a checklist that I go through of all 8, obviously, depending on the region, but we have 8 different categories of things that you have to achieve every single month. And daily, we have a checklist where we sit down, and you have to get so many marks for each of these 8 categories in order to then achieve and obtain the badge. So essentially, for instance, like the first badge from a region, you need, let's say, 14 marks. So that would be about 2 weeks. If every single day you worked towards getting that mark, it would only take you about 2 weeks to get that first badge. You know, but then the last one for each region, let's say, I can't remember exactly, I don't have it up here, I have it in the kitchen, but essentially it's like 82 or something like that. There's like 82 marks required to achieve that badge, you know, so it ends up taking like 3 months essentially, or something it breaks down to. If you were to work hard every single day to achieve it, it would take only about 3 months to finish out the entire league. And then once the kids actually finish out the league, I put on a very special Pokemon League for them, where I do a series of 4 different competitions that they have to partake in. And then, you know, at the very end of it, they get to do a battle against me in our dice battles, and then they get a special reward like a Pokemon plush or a big box set of Pokemon cards or something like that. It's been a lot of fun. I've taken a break over the holidays from it because I kind of wanted to revamp it coming into the new year. But it's something that I'm going to be starting back up again here in February. So once I do start it back up, I wanted to make a series of different videos. outlining, you know, how our family does it, and maybe, you know, how other families could do it if they were interested, and yada 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 yada. But that's something that I kind of do to implement our chores. It's not only just chores, it's also like just generally things I want our kids to work on as people. You know, being helpful, polite, picking up after yourself, helping others pick up after themselves, you know, stuff like that. Then again, school and homework and all that, plus our 1.5 hours of study that we have to do for school, so I only have weekends and times like now. Yeah, that does kind of suck about a lot of public schoolers, I feel like, honestly. Because in public school, not only do you have to sit and go to school all day long, but then you get so much homework on top of it that you then end up having to take home and working on even more school when you should also be working on your life. You know, like our kid, we have exercise every single night that we can. Sometimes it gets a little busy and we can't fit it in. But generally speaking, it's almost every single night that we exercise. You know, there's when would you have time for that? You know, even just spending time with your family, learning and growing together as a family. You know, when do you exactly have time for that? So, I mean, that's one of the areas where I feel like homeschooling is definitely superior because, you know, it seems like public schoolers never have any time for anything. You know, they don't have time for enjoying their lives even. Or even learning and growing in their lives even. So, if I can... In private school, I mean, I'm sure it's similar, you know, where you go... Well, I guess what I'm getting at is you go to an establishment all day long, and then they want you to... Like, you don't have enough time while you're there to finish all the work you're given, so then a lot of times they give you more, and then you have to take that home on top of it. What's up?
I need the book.
It's on your video. You have to click at the bottom of your video. There was the link to get to your reading. But yeah, either way, probably good keeping Elias busy because he would be saying happy cookie poop till summer. You're so right, Mike. He is going to be. But alright, Mike, thanks for joining the stream. Hopefully you have a good day. Sorry you had to ditch out so quickly. But it was at least good to see you. But to finish my point of what I was saying, it's just the idea of, like, during our homeschooling, for instance, we give up, like, the homework that they have time to do during the day. And so the nighttime can be spending time with us. Even, I mean, Addison chooses to read a lot of the times. He's such a bookworm, but spending time with us, doing your own casual, leisurely reading, exercising, playing games if you have the time or if you've done really well to do so. You know, like, there's a lot of things that I feel like you should be, as a kid, you're just totally missing out on because your entire day from morning to night a lot of times gets spent riding buses, sitting in school, riding bus home, then doing homework, studying for tests, which, I mean, you'd have to do homeschooling also, but I don't know, there's just a lot more freedom built into it. So I know that there's, like, homeschooling versus public schooling is a really, like, hot button issue, and even, you know, private schooling, blah, 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 but personally, I mean, whatever works for your life works for your life. I'm not here to judge. I just really love our setup and how it works for us. You know, ultimately, I feel like it does so much... it does so many amazing things for our family and our kids overall that I'm just really excited for them and what they get to establish growing up. But I've kind of rambled on enough about that long enough. Alright, so as I've been kind of picking away here, you can kind of start to see the development of this a little bit here. I do think I want to make like a bit of a lower viewing area over here or something. I do feel like I'll probably wrap this stream up at 3 o'clock at the latest. Maybe a tad before then, but probably 3 o'clock at the latest. Just because, again, I have a lot of other things I do have to get to for the day and yada yada yada, but I do kind of want to get a little bit more into this here. I don't want to take too much of that away. Just want you to see that there's more to it. Okay. Back over here. I kind of wanted to turn this into a bit of a viewing area for inside. Maybe make like a lower level that walks down to it. I think that's about it. It's like just high enough up off the ground to not look weird, I feel like. Okay, so I can't get close enough. I didn't realize that was a bunch of gravel. Flowers like totally crush gravel. That's interesting. I guess it's basically what anything that it lands on. I guess. Ooh, you know what? I could probably even create a bit of a viewing area. I don't know that I necessarily want to make it squared though. I mean, especially with everything else peaked on this side. I feel like, well, maybe it won't look too strange. We'll see. I'll start getting into it a little bit further and then we'll see how it plays out. Maybe I can just trim off the corners or something and it won't look as abrupt. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna leave the corners on just for now, just for perspective here. What are you doing?
I don't know.
So why aren't you asking for help? Alright, sorry about that. Had to try to figure out why a tablet was not working the way it's supposed to. And you know how that works with technology. But I'm back. And continuing along here. Trying to hollow this out. Not bad. I feel like I want to do it on this side too. Okay, so I kind of want to, maybe I want to leave that as a bit of a peekaboo area for the ceiling, which I might as well just do this here.
Dad, what's a trait?
Like a personality or something to describe somebody. Like if somebody is goofy, that would be a trait that they carry. Somebody's serious. What's up, buddy?
Good.
That's not what I said. I said, what's up? I didn't say, how's it going?
How's it going?
It's going well. How's it going with you?
Good.
I'm not really sure where this is going to intersect with the other parts. I'm sure it's pretty far back in here. And it's kind of its own little wing. Although it's probably not too terribly far. Or if I go about right here.
Go right down.
don't think I actually want it to be...
And also, how do you spell conquer?
C-O-N-Q-U-E-R.
Q-U-E-R.
Yeah, C-O-N-Q-U-E-R. Conquer. Okay, I want the entrance to be down there.
He's a cute
Ah,
puppy.
it's the stairwell.
He's a great guy. Don't growl at me.
He didn't growl at you. He was sniffing, snorting. Dogs do that.
I'm born for his traits will be conqueror and an assassin. The body will be a conqueror and an assassin.
Ooh, you know what? I guess that'll be okay as long as I do this correctly here. Although maybe I should just... do that instead. I don't know. Actually, I think I'm gonna end up destroying that later on, but whatever.
And what's dialing? Whatever it's called.
Dialogue? When people talk, Addison.
What's up?
Are you bored?
Dialogue is when
You're not?
people talk.
Yes, when people discuss things. It's the dialogue between them.
Bored.
Conversation.
I'm going upstairs.
You gonna go upstairs?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Bye.
So you said before.
Bye.
See you later. As soon as you get bored again.
I don't know what he talks about.
There you do. You read the book.
I don't know what he talks about when alone as Shadowlight Hawk engage in battle with him.
So get the book. Look.
Well, I don't hear understand any words Abadja says, but only at the end of the book. I see him talk about things. I'm just gonna write down the only thing I know that he talks about. He's an assassin, so he kills.
He's not an assassin. An assassin is somebody who kills people, who gets hired to kill people. Abadja is not an assassin. Isn't he a demon?
He was a human first.
But isn't he a demon now?
I also described him as a conqueror.
He definitely is a conqueror. Pardon me.
And also
Serious, come along here.
Abadja kills and he conquers. Which is why I described him as a conqueror. He conquers.
I actually think I'm going to create another staircase here. Goes down further. Maybe I'll just keep it open. It'll kind of add more purpose to this like little random viewing room anyway, because then you'll actually, it'll kind of be like a hallway that's leading down to the next level. So that kind of makes more sense now.
Abadja's a monster and he has a mad feeling. Well, he's happy when he kills something, right?
No, that's not the whole point of it.
Well, then why does he kill even though he's not happy about it?
You act like his only agenda is to kill. That's all he wants. But that's not all he wants. He wants control. He wants power. That's why he's a conqueror.
And a monster and demon. Demons are monsters, right?
Well, I mean, technically, yeah.
They're like people monsters. Demons.
Depends on what lore you're reading into, honestly. In some lore, demons don't look like humans at all.
I described him as a mad person. And remember when Raven encountered Oceanic City?
Oceanic City.
Oceanic City. The old man told them both that the villager, well, the citizens laughed right in Abadja's face. He's mad about that. They warned them that the world will fall under his sword. No, nobody will walk its surface ever again for a long time.
Are you all done?
Yep. Did you grab some of that worksheet?
No, not yet. I was waiting till the end of the stream. Which, because he is all set with school and it's approaching the 3 o'clock hour anyway, I am probably going to be finishing up here for the day. Just want to kind of finish this wall up, get myself an idea of where I am heading to next time. There we go.
And also, no switch means no Zacian in Pokemon Sword.
Alrighty then. So, let me flip back over to here. Thank you guys again for joining me for another Minecraft Monday stream. I thoroughly hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please let me know in the comments down below what kinds of things you would like to see me build next time. I am going to continue to work on this creation, this monolith of sorts, to see what I can, make of it and see where I can go with it. I really like where I'm going right now and kind of what I have a vision for and how I want it to turn out. So make sure you tune in to see where it's headed. And make sure you drop a like on this video if you enjoyed. Otherwise, subscribe to my channel if you're brand new here. I do post content to YouTube every single day. I do live streaming every other day, and I do produced videos on the alternating days. So I thoroughly hope you enjoy all of my content. If you have not checked out my News with Noki video from yesterday, I would highly suggest you do so. There are some crazy things that I discussed in that video that I think you might enjoy as well. So thank you and have a great day, and I'll see you next time on Noki Plays.